Hello, how you doing? I'm going for a walk this morning. That's why I had this T-shirt on and so forth. But look, Smokey Robinson, say it ain't so. I mean, that has to be impossible. Smokey Robinson, say it ain't so. I mean, this man is a living legend, not a wannabe legend. He's a living legend. He's probably the best songwriter in the music industry besides Dolly Parton and that other girl named Jane so and so. He's probably the most prolific and the best songwriter in Hollywood, the hit maker from Motown. He's a hit maker, period. Say it ain't so. These rape allegations are just so shocking. And look, I don't, do I believe it was rape? No, I don't. I believe it was a relationship. Oh, no woman is raped twice, except when they're in a kidnapping situation like Jeffrey Epstein or whatever. No woman is raped twice, and these women are saying they had sex with him 20 times, 24 times, and countless other times in his blue room. But look, everybody knows in the United States that you report a rape within 24 hours. Actually, within 48 hours. After 48 hours, the evidence is gone. Everybody in the United States knows that. Those women had every opportunity to call 911 and say, this is what he did to me. But no, they wait, what, almost 20 years. They wait at least 8 years, 10 years, 20 years to say, guess what he did. So no, I believe what they had was a relationship. He had a relationship with the help. I believe that, but no, I don't believe it was. I believe it's just all adults, all consensuals, because those stupid women had every opportunity to call 911 and say, this is what happened to me. They had every opportunity to do that. Okay. If you go into a man's room, you already know what's going to happen. But the other thing is that I thought Smokey was a Christian. That's what he wrote in his book. So I have to admit, I didn't worry about Smokey. He said he was a Christian, so became a Christian, so I didn't worry about him. But look, I want to know how he can get that. Look, can we be real today? I want to know how he got that thing up at 85 years old, 75 years old, even 65 years old. That thing ain't coming up, y'all. Okay, so look, Smokey, look, maybe at some point he got into the devil's territory. Okay, so then he had to have been possessed to even have sex. Okay, at 85, 75, and 65, because that thing ain't coming up after 60. Okay, we're adults here, right? That thing ain't coming up after age 60. So he had to have been demon possessed for that thing to even come up. Say it ain't so. And look, it's just shocking that, I mean, I just don't know how he even has sex. But look, I think as he got older, he still thought he was 20. When he's 85, he thought he was 20. 75, he thought he was still 20. As we age, we still have this illusion that we are the same person in our 20s and 30s, and we aren't. So I think that could have been part of it. He still had the illusion he was just this wonderful person who could sing and was very handsome. And maybe he thought he was that same person that he was in his 20s and 30s, and he wasn't, and he isn't. But I want to know how he thing up. Because over 60, it ain't going to happen, y'all. But say it ain't so, Smokey. Say it ain't so.